This is Miss Sincere Heart here, your spiritual life coach and your magical goddess of love and light. And I am bringing you the word of the week. We are going to be talking about how to identify when you should give up and when you shouldn't give up. What is it, or when do we know when to call it quits? Like, when do we stop? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't know when to stop. So I went through a series of 4 things, 4 reasons why we feel like we should give up. And then I went through 4 questions of what would it be like if you were to give up. So number 1 of feeling like giving up is feeling like we haven't made any progress. Number 2 is feeling and actually giving out more than we are receiving in. Number 3 is feeling and actually running out of options to continue to give. And number 4 was my favorite. Number 4 is having a sense or feeling that you've lost hope, you've lost interest, you've lost love, you've lost happiness, you've lost your support, the interest to keep going in a person or a thing, a project, in yourself. So all of these are signs of wanting to give up and actually giving up in some form, shape, or fashion. So now that we've got that part out the way, I want to ask you some questions. Remember, I said I have 4 questions. So number 1, the question is, what would it be like if you were to give up? Are you capable and are you able? Can you actually go on living without that person or thing in your life? Number 2, will there be less stress and less frustrations if you were to give up on that person or thing that you are focusing on in life, and that includes yourself? Number 3, what would your life be like without that person or said thing? Will it be better? Would you be saying your shoulda, coulda, wouldas? Would it be fulfilling? Will you have a sense of feeling like you need to give up again, or will you feel like you've accomplished climbing Mount Everest? Number 4, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? What was your why of starting in the first place? And how bad do you want to see yourself at the finish line, at your goal? Now, my bonus is, it's a little bit lengthy this time. And I chose for it to be lengthy because giving up is not something that we talk about a lot. So with people and things in our lives, sometimes we want to give up. Some people and things in our lives are not meant for us to have, and that is perfectly okay. I just saw a fly, so I'm sorry. That's perfectly okay, because not everything and not everyone is meant for us to have. But what seems to be the trouble with that is most times those are the things and people that we're fighting for the most. We're fighting for the people who are not meant to be in our lives. We're fighting for the people who don't want to be in our lives. We're fighting for the things that we aren't supposed to have. We're fighting for a lot of things that are just not meant for us. Ultimately, it's your goal. It's your decision. It is your choice. There are people out there in the world that can help you get to that point. There are people in the world that can help you decipher your decisions. As also, it is ultimately and primarily your choice to continue to move forward. It's your choice to decide to continue to go or to stop where you are. So I want to give you 4 tips on what you can do when you do feel like you want to give up and you've answered your questions of why should I give up and how does it benefit me to give up or to keep going. So one thing that I did was I removed myself from what it was that I was doing. And I can be honest and say there was a point recently that I felt like giving up on finding me, my business, finding me, because finding me is my business. So I removed myself for a minute so I could collect myself, because maybe it's just me that's not feeling right, and maybe it's just me that is not progressing forward. So remove yourself so you can reassess yourself and do that mirror check, that self-check. Number 2 would be to focus on another aspect of that person or that thing or your business or yourself so you can continue to push forward, because even though we're focusing on ourselves as a whole, there are other parts of us and other pieces of us that need nurturing and loving and attention. Number 3, oh goodness. Number 3 would be to give yourself a pat on the back, because even though you want to give up, you've made it far. You've made it from where you were in the past from A to B, and you've probably went past B and you're probably at like M and N or halfway through or beyond halfway through. So give yourself some credit. We never give ourselves any credit for the things that we've accomplished. We only focus on the things that we haven't accomplished. And number four, oh my goodness. Take a moment to share your story. And when I say share your story, take a moment, even if it's with yourself and it's it's a part of journaling. Share how much you've accomplished with someone. In the moment of you sharing your story of the things that you have accomplished, you wanted to see done, the things you wanted to see met, you're going to find that piece of you that's going to push you, give you that push to decide whether yes, you want to go forward or no, you want to stay right here because you've met your max. You've given all that you're capable of giving. So with that being said, I want you to make sure you subscribe. Give me some likes, give me some hearts, some stars, some comments. Share, because we all need this. And I want to make sure that I see all of you, each and every one of you on the Facebook Live Miss Sincere Hearts page tonight, 8:08 p.m. I am your spiritual life coach, and I am also your magical goddess of love and light. I love you all, and I love you, and I hope to see you tonight, 8:08 p.m. Have a wonderful day.